For a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now is Mahomes. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at about the 32. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Purdy on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Jalen Watson dropped him defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
Mahomes will throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his target. That's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That'll be caught by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here we go, 1st and goal. Mahomes to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Mahomes. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this